Hi, my name is Allison Kipperman Sullivan, and you are listening to the Ranger Recap.
And welcome back to the Ranger Recap, the only Power Rangers podcast to ask the question, how many magic spells have you done today with a book that you just pulled out of nowhere? One's written by past Rangers, actually, but we'll get to that. Actually, I probably should have opened with, okay, how many fans' wallets just cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced?
Or we could have opened with, is that the sound of Bandai's butt clenching?
Oh, boy. Yeah, I won't mince words. I'm Easy Rider. That's a shade. That's Matty Jay. And let's dispense with the pleasantries, because let's just do it to it, because we got a lot to go over.
Holy shit.
Busy week for us. Busy week for the Ranger Nation.
Yeah, we're not even wasting any time. We're going to get right into the news, because we have a shit ton of it to talk about here tonight. Good God, help us. Starting things off, a little bit of a leak happened earlier this week involving Saban Brands and a potential new logo for the Power Rangers.
Gotta say, though, nice. Sprucey. Also using the original lightning bolt. Very nice.
It's streamlined. I mean, hey, everyone updates their logo eventually. I mean, don't get me wrong. I always love the curved font and the lightning bolt, but, you know, things gotta change. I mean, I didn't like the new WWE logo at first, but I grew to accept it. And I really like this one. And I love the little color bar on the bottom. Really,
yeah, I think what
signifies.
Yeah, I think what makes me enjoy it, appreciate this compared to other things, is that one, like you mentioned, the color bar representing, you know, the many colors of the Rangers, and the use of the original Mighty Morphin lightning bolt kind of, it's not exactly forgetting its past, it's respecting it while evolving it. And that to me is how any kind of change should be. It's not forgetting its past, it's just evolving it. And I think a lot of companies tend to forget that, but Saban seems to be on the right track with this one.
Yeah, it's nice. It's got multiple colors. It's obviously respecting to the past with the original lightning bolt as part of the original logo, which is very nice.
Yep. And I'm sure if we were doing this video-wise, and Lord knows I wish we were, I'm sure Matty over here would whip up a WWE bumper, the dun, dun, dun,
oh, God.
Dun, dun. Power Rangers, then, now, forever.
Yeah.
Actually, that'd be fun to make. I'd want to make that given my editing skills this week.
Yeah. Now,
well, you could probably pull something like that off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You could.
Anyway.
It's been done by others.
Now.
Yep, but, yeah.
The other thing we want to bring up, I don't have an image set up for this, but I do want to bring this up because I know everyone's going to ask us about our feelings on this. When the announcement was made, this blew up all over our Discord server. Yes.
And I would be doing a disservice to Zeltrax Millennium. Let me get the sell button for this.
No, not that one. Not that.
Hang on, Matty. Jumping the gun.
Jumping the gun. Wrong announcement. We'll get to that. Okay. No, the other big one that, yes, it appears that Saban is continuing their partnership with Nickelodeon up into the next, 2.5, I think it's 2.5 years, 3
up
years?
to 2021.
To 2021. Yep. Now, I want to address this because this was a hugely debated topic on Discord the other day. And I want to go ahead and speak my piece on this. It's not going to be a full soapbox, but I do want to address this. Here's the thing.
I have something to address too, Shades, when you're done.
We might be on the same page here, Easy, so let's see if that's the case. Now, look. On the one hand, yes, none of us like the idea of Saban having to put up with Nickelodeon's bullshit for the next 3 years. It's been hell with us. The restrictions they put on it have really hurt the franchise. Needless to say, none of us are truly happy that Saban's continuing the contract. However, when you step back and think for a moment, what choice does Saban actually have? Now, I know a lot of you are going to say right off the bat, Netflix. Okay, I see that. But here's my argument to this. And because we were talking about this not only in the text chat, but I even talked about this in our voice chat that we did on Sunday. Here's the thing. There's a few problems with going to Netflix that I can see Saban deciding it not being worth the risk. Number one, toy promotion. There's not exactly advertisements on Netflix in that regard. Not to that sense. And Power Rangers survives on toy sales. The show alone could not sell the toys enough to the young audience they'd be marketing to make it work. So that's number one. Number two, the pacing of the series would make it difficult to put on Netflix, because as anyone who's got a Netflix account knows, Netflix doesn't really do episodic release schedules. It's seasonal. They release a whole season all at once. That is not something that would work for Power Rangers. Just period. And finally, the big thing about the big thing is that Saban tested these waters, because they not only put Digimon Fusion on Netflix, even though it was already also airing on Nickelodeon, they tried it with their own original series, Glitter Force, their Pretty Cure adaptation. And love it or hate it, regardless of your opinions on Glitter Force and how it was adapted, that was Saban testing the waters, seeing if they could put a series on Netflix and make it work. And while Glitter Force wasn't exactly a complete flop, it got nowhere near what Saban was looking for, which would, as a business, made them very skittish about whether or not they could take one of their big franchises and put it on Netflix. All of that combined and then some makes me think that deal would not work.
Are you finished?
Yeah.
That's. I'm trying to make room for you guys, so yes.
You could go next. I got a theory. Let me hear you.
Okay, well, I do agree with that on the most part, Shades. My point is, folks, we're not looking at the positives here. Think about it. How many times has Power Rangers come close to extinction? Think about it. We're getting Power Rangers till 2021. To quote a certain Monty Python movie, you got to look on the brighter side of life. And cue the whistling Jesus. Life of Brian. But anyway, to add to that, yes, we're getting Power Rangers till 2021, whether it's not the way we want it, but that just shows that there's potential for Power Rangers to go on. And my feeling so much is that Power Rangers shouldn't really move from Nickelodeon. I mean, they're obviously not going to do that for a couple of years. My problem is it's not where Power Rangers is. Nickelodeon. Doesn't matter that it's on Nickelodeon. Let's strike that from the record. Clean slate. Let's clean slate.
All right.
It doesn't matter that Power Rangers is on Nickelodeon. Cast that thought from your mind. My problem is Saban is not making Power Rangers available anywhere else. I mean, think about any other kind of big show. Think of shows you like. Think of the CW shows. Think about shows like Arrow. Think about law shows like CSI or Law and Order. Where do those shows eventually go after they're done airing on TV? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone?
Aside from going on to Netflix, like I just mentioned.
Hulu. actually went. I looked up Power Rangers on Hulu. You know what I got? There is a page for it, but the content said currently unavailable at this time. All I'm asking is Power Rangers, it needs to be more accessible, because I brought this up earlier. Not a lot of cable services are carrying Nickelodeon unless you can afford the big ones like Dish, DirecTV, or Comcast.
Yeah, you know, Cockcast.
Yeah, Cockcast. Yeah, I love their internet, but their cable is through the roof. I mean, streaming services, and I know Shades, you like me, and even Matty, are cord cutters. We don't pay for cable anymore, and the few cable services that are out there, the cheap ones like PlayStation Vue or Sling, don't even have Nickelodeon. So, what choice do we have but to get these episodes by other means? And I won't say how, for the sake of that we love Saban and Power Rangers and want to support it legally. I'm just saying that Saban needs to make Power Rangers accessible another way besides a crappy Nick web player. I mean, what would be wrong with putting new episodes of Power Rangers somewhere like Hulu Plus or even iTunes? And God knows I hate iTunes. I hate it. It's a piece of shit.
I'll add to that, because here's the thing. Even if you do try to use Nickelodeon's crappy web player, I believe you're required to have a certain cable service in order to even use said player.
Exactly. Nothing in this world is for free. But you know what? I would get a Hulu Plus account. I would gladly pay a monthly charge if I could, A, see the new Power Rangers episodes a couple days after it's aired, and 2, buy it and legally download it for free, thus supporting the brand and the product. What would be so hard about that? Hell, if we could watch this show on a streaming site like Hulu, you know what? We wouldn't mind the ads. That would be a good place to push your toy promotions, actually.
Hell, I have the Hulu Plus account myself without the ads. I pay the extra money for that. So I would love to be able to support it. And I'll tell you, as much as people can rag on it, Hulu is a really damn good service. You would not believe how many awesome shows are on there. My kids are watching Tiny Toons and Animaniacs on that shit.
So all I'm saying is, moving so much isn't the problem, is that Saban needs to branch out a little bit. Make your new episodes a little more accessible to those less fortunate, because, again, not everyone has Nickelodeon. You know, and again, I would gladly watch I do this for my DC CW shows. I watch them on the app. I cast it to my Chromecast, and I don't skip the ads. I can't, but I gladly watch the ads, and I support the brand legally, and that's what we want to do. We love this. We love Power Rangers. We want to support it legally. We want to give you money, Saban, and to a lesser extent, Bandai. Yeah, right.
Oh, we'll get to that.
But yeah, we'll get to that. But the point is, Saban, you need to branch out a little bit. I said this on Twitter. It's not 1993 anymore. Saturday morning cartoons are dead, I'm sorry to say. You got to get with the times a little bit. You got to branch out a little bit. Hell, I'll give you another idea. You don't want to do Hulu Plus? Fine. Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll is doing Toku now. Look how many Ultraman shows they've got. You've got options. Or hell, Shout Factory TV, another option. You know, you do have options, Saban. You're just not using them.
Saban, why don't you want my money? I'm giving you I want to give you my money. Why won't you take it?
Yeah, we want to support the brand legally, but you're not letting us. I mean, I don't want to wait a whole year to watch the show on Netflix, and I don't want to wait a whole 2 years to buy the DVD box set. So, you know, again, like iTunes, even though I hate iTunes, you can buy an episode on there and download it, and it can be yours. I would gladly do that for an episode of Power Rangers. I'm just saying, that's all I'm going to say on the matter. Food for thought. Let's move on.
Yeah.
And if I can just add a little something to it. This adds a little bit of stability to the show, which, considering our next big freaking story, not a bad idea.
Yeah, I think that's a good segue into our next story, because, yeah, we do... Segue time, ladies and gentlemen, because, yeah, speaking of Bandai, and...
Oh, this is where I get the button. Yeah, Zeltrax says, considering this story, I need to hit this button. I think he's right.
What? How? Why? I have so many questions!
Oh boy, ladies
Now,
and gentlemen, the floodgates have been opened.
Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, here's the deal. Apparently, about 2 days ago, sources at the New York Toy Fair were informed people that the Power Rangers Master Toy license was going to be up for grabs because Spawn is not leaving Bandai per se. Now, this has been causing a bit of confusion, but we clarified this on the Power Morphicon Facebook page not too long ago. The master license is going up. Bandai is still working with Saban to some extent, but they're not going to be the exclusive provider of Power Rangers merchandise after April of 2019.
So basically, release the toy sales.
Yeah. This means that Saban, and the rumor on the street, now this is a rumor, but there have been multiple sources stating this rumor, so I'm going to go ahead and run this, but this is simply a rumor. Take this with a grain of salt. However, there's a word going around that Saban may be in fact talking with Hasbro for future toy sales.
Ooh. Well, toy collectors, you better clear your schedule.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
a lot of people are probably already speculating how that can come into play, but I bet you there's one thing that that nobody's considering when it comes to working with Hasbro. If Saban does indeed start working with Hasbro in the future, that opens up another avenue for the show itself. Because what does Hasbro have?
Everything else.
Including its own television channel.
Exactly.
A channel notorious for some of the best shows we have in the last, 5 to 10 years? Including some of the more recent Transformers series, some pretty decent other shows. Oh, and a little something called My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, one of the hottest fucking shows on the market right now.
We're just gonna leave that there for you to think about it for a second.
Yeah.
Not for another few years though. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Of course.
We still have that contract with Nickelodeon, but now that Bandai is allowing that floodgate open, if Saban does start working with Hasbro and that deal does work out, Saban may consider moving their stuff over to Discovery Family in the future, which, while also having its limitations, I get the feeling Hasbro and Discovery Family would treat Power Rangers a little bit better off in terms of the show. So, again, this is only a rumor. This is nothing confirmed, but we have multiple sources stating that this could be possible. Because I'm looking at a story from Tokyo Nation right now about this, and they wouldn't report something like this without some credibility. But they have 3 separate sources that this is happening.
I'm glad you brought up Tokyo Nation because Power Rangers have a little thing called working with Toei on their shows. And
Yeah.
I think Discovery Family would let them have total control. Now, total control is a funny word because everyone's saying, oh, God, I want Disney to have Power Rangers back. Saban doesn't know what they're doing. They're working with Nickelodeon. You know what? A good guy, Toku Chris of Toku Nation brought up a good point that, you know why Disney didn't want to do Power Rangers anymore? Because they wanted total control. They basically wanted to cut Toei out and do the show all by themselves. Not happening.
No. Considering that it's based on Toei's products, it would have created a lot of trouble. That would have been a huge conflict. But Hasbro doesn't do shit like that. All right. Now, to be fair, most of their biggest shows, Transformers and MLP, that's their baby anyway. So they don't have to worry about that problem. But even some of the other shows that they hosted never really had a problem working with Hasbro. So
hell, Hasbro's picked up other stuff too from other stuff. Like hell, I believe they're working on a new Mask series, which I don't believe was Hasbro from the start. I've heard rumors. Don't quote me on this, but I've heard they're working on that. Hasbro is working on a new Mask show, or maybe it's a movie. either way, I don't think that was originally their property. I think they were competing with Transformers at the time. But the fact remains that, Hasbro has been known to buy up other things.
Yeah, and as Sayla points out in the chat, or Neptune if you guys are watching on YouTube, Hasbro's willing to compromise a little bit more, which is a far better deal than what Nickelodeon's offering right now. So while this is all still just a rumor and there's nothing confirming any of this, that possibility being there does give us hope for the franchise coming into the future. Let's see how this plays out. Honestly, I think this could be the best thing to happen to Power Rangers in a long time if everything works out the way I think it's going to.
Time will tell.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so that takes care of the business end of news. Now we've got to talk con updates. And oh God. First off, let's get to the big one. Get it out of the way. Power fucking Morphicon. What the hell?
I think
Morphicon, what did you do, Morphicon? What did you do?
I think they realized that they saw Ranger Stop getting a leg up on them, and they decided to hit the not phasing around button.
They are trying to bury Ranger Stop hard. Because, let me see, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 21 guests announced in one post.
Scott Zillner, the guy who runs Morphicon. It's not a race. Shout out to Scott. Love you, man. Nice guy.
Come on, Zillner, what did you do?
Now, needless to say, I am not going to put up 21 separate images for every single guest announced here, but we are going to go over them all. And I'm going to start from the top.
All right, deep breath.
We're going to start from the top. Now, right off the bat, some of the early ones are pretty easy to figure out. We got Carla Perez and Sabrina Liu, two of our boys, a couple of people who did Rita Repulsa. Makes sense there. They also got Rami J. Sharf, one of the suit actors for Alpha 5, which is already coming to Ranger Stop. She seems to be moving on into the con scene pretty heavily here. Because this is her first year. I think this is like one of her first big years on the con scene, and she's hitting the ground running.
Yeah.
But the first twist comes from guest number 4, Derek Stephen Prince.
This one knocked me for a loop. I don't know about you guys.
For those that don't know, Derek Stephen Prince did several characters. The biggest ones is Orc the Conqueror from Power Rangers Zeo, and a little character, a small character, you may have heard of him from Power Rangers Turbo, Elgar.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to hold Matty back, aren't I?
I think you're gonna have to. I think someone's gonna have to hold both of you all back.
Actually, I'm over my hatred for Elgar, but I don't think Matty is.
I'm okay with it. I'm just gonna say this.
Besides, Auric was cool. It's got in my gene.
Auric is cool. Auric is cool.
That's fair. But yeah, Derek Stephen Prince coming to Morphicon. Speaking of Turbo, we've got at least 3 Turbo actors. We've got Selwyn Ward, the man. Theodore J. Jarvis Johnson, cool dude. Got to meet him, got to talk to him. Still will never forget that opening question in my interview with him.
Oh, Selwyn, oh, Gord, yeah. That's one of the best opening answers of all time right there.
I think it's definitely up there, that's for sure. That icebreaker question. If you guys have not seen my interview with Selwyn at Ranger Stop a couple years ago, oh, good God, that man. You have to check that out. And then there's somebody that Matty over here is very familiar with, Tracy Lynn Cruz.
You.
Again,
Nice lady.
Yes, lovely lady, sweetheart. But then we get our second twist. Because we have another Turbo actress coming to Ranger Stop. And it's not Divatox this time. Well, actually, technically she was. Carol Hoyt.
It's a Divatox. It's like, is it the Divatox? It's a Divatox.
And let's be fair, Cara Hoyt was okay. The script wasn't, but she was okay.
Yeah.
Besides, she was also Demetria. Let's be fair here.
Exactly, Demetria. I think that's what most people know her for. But she did play Divatox for the first part of the Turbo series when the original was a little pregnant at the time.
Yeah.
I believe the technical term is completely preggers.
Yeah, exactly. Then we got to three. We've got three characters from In Space. Of course, if you got In Space, you got to get the red. Christopher Kamen Lee confirmed.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
That one's a given. And of course, hashtag Hail Astronema, Melody Perkins confirmed.
Bow down to the queen.
Exactly. That was good. But then twist number 3 comes into play. Name you probably don't know of, Patrick David, aka Psycho Red.
Oh man, that also knocked me for a loop.
I saw that. I'm like, wow, that's a thing.
Power Morphicon did the impossible. They got a Psycho Ranger. And this is big.
Yeah.
I know our boy Zeltrax is gonna love this.
Absolutely, that is awesome. So definitely good on Morphicon to pulling that one off. We'll see how they keep that going. We've got, moving on from there, we've got one Lost Galaxy Ranger. We've got the lovely Serena Vincent coming back.
Oh, she's a sweetheart. Met her, interviewed her. She's very nice.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully she'll let us do video this time. That would be nice.
We'll see.
If the camera can contain her hotness.
I don't know if that's possible, my friend.
It's gonna take a strain, you know that. It's gonna take the strain.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Then we move on. Time marches on, and speaking of time, Easy, your boy, Jason Font.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Also, I believe his partner in crime, Dan Southworth, was also announced.
Yes, Dan Southworth is confirmed, and god damn it, I'm running out of things for him to sign. What am I going to bring this time? He's autographed my copy of Devil May Cry 3. He's autographed my Quantum Defender. What am I going to bring? I'm going to have to buy something else with Dan Southworth's face on it.
You with Dan Southworth is like T.G. Omega with Scott McNeil. I think he's just run out at this point. He can't top what he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't help that Dan Southworth is almost a bigger man child than Scott McNeil. And no, I'm not joking. If you've seen Dan Southworth at conventions, you know how batshit he is.
Oh my god, he's hilarious. I love him.
In a good way. Oh,
in a good way. Yeah, he's awesome to see at cons. He is.
Yep.
But we also have a third Time Force character, but not a Ranger. Put on your pink hair. We got Kate Sheldon in the house.
Oh, Matty, I'm going to meet Nadira. Dibs.
Fair enough.
Easy hears that name and it turns into Vegeta. Mine.
If we can't get an interview with her, we're definitely getting a soundbite.
And a hug.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely a hug.
Yeah, I think the goal. I think for Morphicon, the goal's best you can do is sound bites, and we've got quite a few to get this year.
Kate, bring the wig, please, for the love of God.
Do it.
Oh, you know if they're smart, they'll bring the whole freaking costume.
I hope to God Vernon Wells shows up and they get the father-daughter combo. Matty. And and Matty can back me up here. Vernon always brings the mask.
Oh, he brings them. He did bring the mask at Morphicon.
Ranger Stop.
Ranger Stop last year. Yeah.
Anyway, now we got our reinforcements from the future. So let's go ahead and call a princess in. Anne-Marie Krauss confirmed as well.
Always a pleasure to meet Princess Shayla.
Oh, such a beautiful lady too.
So nice too. Oh my God.
Nice.
I was floored by how nice she was.
We were at the '90s party at Ranger Stop, and we spoke to her briefly. So, oh my God, so humble, so nice.
Yeah.
Next up, we got some ninjas in the house. Most specifically, we got the Power of Thunder, Jorge Vargas.
Ooh. Oh, please tell me his brother will be announced later. Or his on-screen brother.
You gotta have the brothers. You gotta have the Thunder Bros.
I know they're a combo pack. I know. I bet he will be announced soon enough. That's not soon enough.
all I could say is I know a certain couple of cosplayers that are gonna be like, yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of Thunder, we have a Dino Thunder Ranger in the house, calling in the white boy, and I don't mean in skin color, Jeff Perazzo.
Good old Trent. And oh my God, I still can't believe how much he looks like his Sentai counterpart now. I don't know if he's even seen Aba Ranger, but have you seen his hair? You throw a white trench coat on him, dead on.
Oh my God, yeah.
Someone get him a big white trench coat.
Mind blown.
And better yet, get it on video and have him go Buckaroo Chinch.
Yeah, I tried that. He would only do his White Ranger Dino Power call. I was a little disappointed, but he did it good. He did the whispering part spot on. Now, if he did Bakuyu Change, chills.
Oh my God, yeah.
Next up on the list, SPD Emergency, Alicia Perrott.
Also nice. Met her at a past Morphicon. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then we go from the future to the apocalypse with an RPM Ranger, and we're going gold. Mike Ginn.
Boy, we're gonna be running into him a lot this year.
Yeah.
Because keep in mind, he's also going to be at Ranger Stop.
Yep. But here's the difference. At Ranger Stop, his partner's going to be there.
Year's not over yet, Shades.
Year's not over yet.
Fair point.
This is just
Fair
the
point.
First wave.
Fair point. Yeah, given this is only the first big wave of guests. But anyway, moving on down the line, we're heading into the into the Neo Saban era, and it's about to get wild. Brennan Mejia.
Mejia.
Brennan
boy
Mejia. Why'd I say
Mejia.
Mejia? Brennan Mejia.
Sorry, force of habit.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah. My bad.
When you're used to saying it in one way, it takes a while.
That's true.
While.
But yeah, Brennan Mejia coming to Ranger Stop. He's big on the con scene, so that's definitely not a surprise there. Now, I'm going to jump ahead on the list here because I want to save the second to last on the website for last. You'll see why in a minute. But we do have a non-Power Rangers actor here, Mike Hollander.
All right.
Bring in the virtualizer.
Trooper Transform. Oh, man. I'm pretty sure Brad Hawkins is going to be a lock because I don't think he's ever missed a Morphicon. To my knowledge, I don't think he's usually at every Morphicon, but oh man, if we could
I'm not gonna lie. Of all the guests, Halder and Hawkins are probably the two I'm most looking forward to.
Yep. Well, if only they would announce Sarah Brown. If only they could get all three. Holy crap. That'll put some butts in seats.
Indeed.
Please, Scott, pull it off.
We need Caitlin.
Let's go for the Trat trick, guys. Okay.
I got the VR Troopers cards, for God's sakes. Please do it.
And now for our last guest on the list. And time for twist number 4. I dropped my jaw when this one was announced. The director of Power / Rangers, Adi Shankar.
I'm pretty sure the neighbors could hear me tilting my head when I saw that. You could hear it was a loud creak. You could hear it was like Frieza in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. You could hear the loud. That is going to be interesting. Despite your feelings on that little bit, it's gonna be interesting to talk to him.
Yeah.
I honestly want to give this man a handshake and give this man a beer. If he's allowed to be, of course.
I am honestly amazed that Saban okayed this guy to show up, consider all things considered. That is huge.
Something tells me they couldn't afford Vanderbeek. Because I know exactly what I'd do if Vanderbeek was there in that Ranger getup. Yeah, right. I would go over. I would literally pull a Jay and Silent Bob. Holy shit! You're the Dawson. I would say that verbatim.
Oh God.
They'd probably say, you actually watched that show?
But yes, Adi Shankar coming to Morphicon. I won't lie, with this guest list, I'm jelly of you two right now.
We'll get you to Morphicon one of these days.
I know. But
I will win the zillions of dollars, and I'll pay for the ticket for you and your family.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if Shauna would. I don't know if Lady K would want to come. She doesn't care. She's not as big a fan. She'd rather just stay home for that. But she'll appreciate me going. Anyway,
all we need is you. All we need is you, and then we can do a Ranger recap panel at Morphicon.
Oh, that'd be the day. Ooh. That would be the day. Anyway, now that's it for the Morphicon news. But hold that thought for a minute, folks. Don't think that the East Coast is getting left out, because we do have a Ranger Stop update.
AKA, where do you think you're going?
Where to, Stephanie? I mean.
And what makes me feel good about this is that the guest announced for Ranger Stop is not on the Morphicon list, so we didn't have to double dip.
Yet.
But it is a returning guest to Ranger Stop, because once again it is time to boogie with the bear, Karen Ashley.
Anyone sensing a pattern here?
Yeah, you get that. You get that too, huh?
Yeah, and again, it is 25 years of Power Rangers. I'm not gonna slam Ranger Stop for going the Mighty Morphin route. That's where the money is.
It is the 25th anniversary this year. If there's any time to get MMPR guests, this would be the year for it. And let's be fair, Karen Ashley hasn't been here for a few years, and honestly, I owe her an interview. Actually, yes. She owes me an interview, to be quite frank.
Yep.
Goddamn right.
Ranger Stop, always about second chances.
Isn't that the damn truth, Easy? Isn't that the goddamn truth?
Yep.
Last year, I will never forget what happened last year. But yeah, I am Susan. If you're listening to this, we're making that interview happen. I'm not missing out on that.
Ranger Stop's where I got my second chance to interview Andrew Gray after missing out last time.
So yeah, it's that, folks. Like we said, there was a lot to talk about tonight in the news. Holy shit.
Whew. Well, I guess that's all the business we got here. Well, I guess we're going to call it a night and wrap.
We still have an episode to get to.
Must we?
Sadly, yes.
We must.
Though how appropriate the name of this episode, because I haven't seen it yet, to be honest, but given how the last two episodes have gone, this episode's about to get its own brand of tough love.
This whole season is getting some tough love. Well, from us anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen.
From us anyway.
Oh,
the can
shit.
of audio whoop ass has been opened.
Well, we're giving this show tough love. Apparently you, the fans, are letting it slide. Let's see if that happens again tonight.
All right, folks. much as we don't want to do this, are you guys ready on your end?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you have your episode loaded up from whatever legal resources available to you. Cue the laughter. We know, we're walking.
Pause for laughter.
Yep.
Yeah, we know. Nonetheless, Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel, Episode 3, Tough Love. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Yes, maybe this will finally be the episode of Ninja Steel where they answer, where the hell did the dad go? Where the hell did Brody's dad keep disappearing to? And why do dads always leave their kids after they find them? I mean,
you're teenagers. You can buy your own beer now. Wait a minute.
He's probably chilling at Starbucks with Ryan Steele's dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Steele, any luck on that VR trooper thingy? Oh, that thing about Bobber. Huh? He's got it. What about your kid?
So they have to sing every word of that in order to turn evil.
What?
Already this episode looks like it's going to be utter shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
like that. Like what words? What other words is there in that song? I got it. Natu, Pirata.
There, I
Alright,
sang
then.
it. I'm good.
There, I said it. That's it.
Okay then.
That's it. I'm gonna take the book now. I'm evil.
Also, LPH, spoil, and you die.
You die and you get banned from the chat. In that order.
Good night.
Oh God, Ben Wilkins, Dane Romero. He's Ghost Dad now, but with less with less Bill Cosby.
All things considered, that's probably a good thing for him.
That's a good thing. Good joke too. Crud. We got some generic country music, boys. Brace for impact.
At least this girl has some decent talent.
And a decent voice.
Tell you what, can we get her instead of Gnome Keneal to do the music for Power Rangers in the future?
Jesus Christ, pulling a Steve Colbert on freaking Jimmy Fallon, aren't you? Oh, for God's sakes. He's
Wow.
thinking it was... God damn it. Keep it in your pants, Victor.
Oh, good God! Put your other clothes back on!
Only how long for a Disco Inferno match?
Oh, Jesus H. Christ.
You know what? I'm with Easy on this one. Disco Inferno would be there better than this ass clown.
Oh God, not the tennis episode again. No. I just forgot that tennis
And now suddenly I want to see a Rick Bartel match.
Ugh.
Arrogance by Martel.
Oh my God, I just realized what the point of that was. Think about this. Victor has almost 50 trophies, and he's going to be desperate to try to get this girl to go out with him. Basically, he's treating her like his 50th.
Oh.
Oh,
Son of a bitch. That is just wrong on so many levels.
No, that's not wrong. That is sad. That's exactly what it is. Sad.
Also, the Three Stooges see that quick clothes changing and then leave the theater as feeling they have been insulted. Oh boy, cowboy meets girl.
Yeah, but now they got a country star helping her out. He's putting her over.
Oh boy, I love you, Kenny Chesney. No, I'm Levi. You are? Yeah, get the hell away from me.
You know, the irony of Levi
Damn it.
wearing Wrangler jeans.
Yep. Well, they can't show the label, but yeah. Also, still better than any Jason Aldean song. Hate that guy.
I do not know of this Jason Aldean, but it sounds disappointing.
Pat yourself on the back. Also, Monty, have you seen the rest of my clothes? They didn't go into my personal collection.
Right.
I bet Monty has a screensaver like Smithers does with a naked Victor. Hello, Monty. You're quite good at turning me on. You probably should ignore that. I just realized, yeah, Victor and Monty are like Mr. Burns and Smithers the early years.
Oh my God, yeah.
Only I can't imagine Burns being that athletic. Or stupid. Actually, compared to Victor, Mr. Burns is a paragon of intelligence.
That is scary when you think about that.
Yeah. This fight scene is in dire need of some Wasserman. Or that triumphant horn section that they would play in the later Saban years. Not this sound they keep playing over the fight scenes. Christ! Ugh.
You know what this needs? AC/DC.
This needs anything besides that stock music they always play.
Honestly, again, I agree. I kind of have to agree with Deshint on this. Noam Camille's music just does not work.
No, it does not. Again, I reiterate, even the horn section in the later Saban years, like in Lost Galaxy, would be better than this.
Yeah, once they got the hang of it, it was, oh, wait, we have a shovel!
Holy crap, the shovels are back! The shovels are back! Praise Chiplin, the shovels are back! He listened to us!
Ladies and the lady can swing. Look at that grunt gun blown the fuck up.
She just took out a basher bot by herself!
Also, apparently, these things are easier to kill than bugs. Apparently,
I swear to God, if she had swung a guitar at it, I would have went slut nuts.
Apparently,
right
these
off
things.
the bat.
My God, that thing was easier to kill than a Z putty.
No kidding. Oh, there's the trap.
Who saw this coming a mile away?
I knew that was too good to be true. Though, to their credit, that was actually a clever trap.
Also, let's be fair. Without makeup, it's what they all look like in the end.
Cacti, hey, what are you doing?
They're trying to create the smell of a cowboy, and yeah, you can see where this is going 10 miles away.
Guys, it's called Stetson, and it's not just a hat.
Trust me, I've used the stuff. It's actually not bad.
Oh, I love it. Also, again, Bunsen and Beaker get up and leave the theater feeling they've been insulted by this.
I'm telling you, that theater is gonna get empty by the end of the show.
Yeah, seriously, this show could benefit from some Muppet Labs. No, this show could benefit from Bunsen and Beaker's banana sharpener, which was also in Black RX. Yes. Yes, we will not let that go. Come on, it'll give you a douchey Kevin Federline look. Who's Kevin Federline? Exactly.
Yep.
Ugh, you look like John Cena as Mark Wahlberg. I'm not Mark Wahlberg. I look like Mark Wahlberg if Mark Wahlberg ain't Mark Wahlberg. Okay, Cena,
thank you, John Cena, in that one movie.
Yep. No, but I'll lose my Kenny Chesney look-alike contract. Actually, to do that, he'd have to shave his head. Banjo Ryuga called. He wants his jacket back.
Yeah, no kidding. What? She is really trying. She is legitimately trying to douche him up.
Honey, there are only two things I love about you: commitment and changing myself. Said no man ever. Oh.
Okay, something's going on here. My connection's acting wonky. Oh, good God. That look, I swear to God. There we go.
Yeah, for some reason we lost connection.
I don't know what the hell happened
Yeah.
there.
Thank God it wasn't just me. I thought my internet was being shoddy.
Discord's must be having a busy night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, bro, look at me. I'm the new guy, bro. I put over Hulk Hogan as a big bald son of a bitch, bro. Oh, God. They're turning him into Vince Russo. Run!
Also, again, she's trying to change your music. She's freaking Yoko owning the band. Get rid of her. Also, Macklemore called. He wants his everything back.
Seriously.
And wants it and expects you at the thrift store with his $20 too.
What do you think they were shopping at, Matty? That was a thrift kiosk. Actually, no. Actually, Levi looks like the douchiest guy I knew in 2005. That's the problem with this show. It's trapped in the past. Even Victor was like, disco? Really? Do these kids even know what disco is? Get with the times, man.
Oh.
Well, he's already got Skrillex beat as a live act. Ugh. Makes Jason Mraz sound audible.
I'm kidding. Ah.
Written by Chip Thorne. I saw that. Charlie Thorne. I see what you did there.
Ah, Christiani. Hate to see her leave. Love to watch her go.
So, not only was this book written in the Lion Galaxy, but they teleported a Mystic Force Ranger there to do it. Good to
Look
know.
at that.
Good to know.
Somebody needs to blast that thing.
Chip gets around, doesn't he? Oh, Kinji.
There it is.
Kinji.
I see what you did there, Chip.
Oh, you clever bastard.
Now you'll break 1,000 guitars.
Oh my God.
Start with these two. Start with these two.
I swear, if you're gonna go slap nuts on somebody, go with the dude in the hat.
Kill them. They will not be missed.
No, they will not.
Speaking of missed, I think we now know why. I think we now know why Tag Body Spray no longer exists. They put these two idiots in charge of it.
Makes all the sense in the world.
Yep.
Hi, I'm the Monster of the Week, and welcome to Jackass. Oh God! If the spell didn't really work, I was almost expecting him to do a guitar shot right there.
Oh, with the cartoon sound effect and everything. That would've been awesome.
and of course, Levi is staring right into the camera bot, going, "Slap nuts." By the way, finally he'll break a thousand guitars and.
Oh my God! The monster had a smart idea. Don't give them a way to fix it.
Holy crap! A monster that's not retarded.
Yeah,
Oh my
he's like,
God,
you need this. You need the lyrics to fix the spell. Well, then here, let's destroy those so you can't use it. My God! Finally, a monster who does something right.
A monster that is actually geniusing.
Rare these days.
I know, especially in this era. Holy shit!
Actually, if I were that monster, I wouldn't have ripped it to pieces. I would have freaking burned it. You're leaving a paper trail, quite literally.
And as you pointed out, Easy, there's the fault. It's still salvageable, so they're gonna fix it.
Yep.
But
never.
But we're crediting this dude. The monster's thinking,
Also, you're by water. Why didn't you just throw it over the railing?
So many ways they could have done it, but you know what? I'm not gonna say there was a bad call. It was a bad move. It was just not the right move overall.
Yeah.
That sounds like most of the SMB3 randos I've been calling lately.
Also, if we can talk Sentai for a second, this is actually a good way to get around the Kinji footage in Ninja, because if you know your Sentai, Kinji was always trying to kill them. Well, not always, but most of the time.
Yeah, I can see that.
See, that's actually the debut battle with Star Ninja. So you know what? Good workaround. I honestly thought they were going to go they're just pissed off at each other route. But no. I'm actually amazed they're using this footage.
Yeah, and doing it cleverly.
Again, some nice, clever editing here.
Yep.
Not the smoothest, but it's still very nice. Very, very well executed.
Yeah, it's a good workaround. Oh!
That frog gun pulled just a little bit to the left there.
Ah, you knocked me out of the Sentai footage. Holy crap, his mask is gold.
Yeah, look at that.
Nice touch. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Don't worry, Levi, you're not the first country music star to fall under a spell. George Jones was under a spell for a long time. It was called liquor.
Oh.
No joke, George Jones actually drove 28 miles on a lawnmower to get beer. I'm not making that up.
That sounds impossible to make up.
No, eventually he got clean, but is there a fight going on? I didn't notice.
We will make that a catchphrase,
whether you like it or not. Dreidel, 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 I'll kill all you Rangers.
I'll kill you out of clay?
I guess.
Your improvised riff was better.
Yeah, I was reaching. But yeah, it does look like an upside down dreidel, you gotta admit.
It does. No, that's a good riff. It's a good riff.
As long as they don't make any wind powers, we're golden. Shite.
No.
Also, gotta love how Brody can spin in the air at a huge velocity and not throw up in his helmet. That's like the finisher in Power Rangers Turbo's Megazord. How do they spin that fast without throwing up?
That I could give.
you know,
if they didn't show the cockpit, I could have said gyros, but of course they show them in the cockpit, and yeah, I don't know either.
You know, I must say this: they took advantage of that little wind tunnel thing from Mario 3.
Oh yeah, Ninja Dad's tornado. I remember that.
Oh, yeah. Ninja Dads, and of course the little tornado thing in the sand level of Mario 3.
Both. Yeah, we're both right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That was a good one, Matty. At least this time they didn't have an angry sun chasing them.
That is very true. That is very true.
Hey guys, don't we have a Lion Fire Fortress we can use? Oh, who remembers? Like, hey bro, like my spiky new armor? What up, dog? Oh no, if only we had a Megazord that could fly. Wait, don't we have a dragon mode for this sort of thing? Nah.
Also, Hurricane and Shane Helms over there going, what's up with that?
Yep. Guys, you know, I do have a dragon mode that we could shut up, Preston. But seriously, we could turn into dragon mode.
Shut up, Preston.
No. Oh boy, I did not miss that. Oh god, they're actually not using the sword. Holy shit.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I haven't seen this combo in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, they're keeping that. All right.
Hey, they made the toy. They're gonna fucking sell it.
Shouldn't Levi get to use that? Oh my god, and he doesn't automatically know how to use it. I love
He
that.
does it immediately. Yeah, he reacts to it because he didn't get to use it last time. That's good continuity.
Holy crap!
Holy crap! Good writing.
Oh, and I love how it's a shot pump action. That's you can make a super soaker out of that. Wetter is better.
Phrasing.
No, it was a super soaker line. It was a super soaker.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, phrasing. That came out
you.
wrong. That came out wrong. Or did it?
Or did it?
Yeah, sucks your girl turned out to be a monster of the week, but hey, happens to the best of us. I believe it happened to a predecessor of yours named Adam Park.
Uh-huh. Don't bring it up. I was a frog. Now I'm a cat.
Good one. Oh, and of course we can't end on dignity.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
I love how the school is prepared for these two idiots for a change. Have these two never heard of Sure or Axe or
Old Spice?
Degree?
Something? Why does... Okay.
Speed stick? Anything?
Chip, why do you have to end every episode with frickin' Victor and shit?
I'm willing to bet, and I've heard a couple sources say this, that I believe that Nickelodeon is forcing in this humor. I've heard a few rumors that I think Nickelodeon is forcing those two idiots in.
Well, forcing them in is one thing, but forcing to have frickin' fart jokes and shit smell jokes, do they really need to go that far with it?
Oh, I agree. That's complete BS. Actually, no. I do not count that as a fart joke. So you know what? That's 2 episodes, no toilet humor. I'm amazed.
Well, I wouldn't say no toilet humor, but definitely no fart joke. But because the whole point was he's supposed to smell like cow dung.
I will say this. Chip, Nick, Nickelodeon. Do you have a scatological fetish? Is that what it is? Like, are you trying to force this fetish on us? Because I can tell you, you're not getting my consent.
No.
No.
No. No. To quote the immortal Joe Bob Briggs, 2-year-old audience here, folks. We're reaching for those 2-year-olds. Got to show something. Barney's not on for hours.
Yeah, and yet I don't even think 2-year-olds could get into this.
I know where that's from. My God.
All right, let's rate this bitch.
Before we do, at least we can say, hey, Victor, at least something on this planet's attracted to you, and I don't mean Monty.
Oh!
So, yeah. Aside from Victor and Monty's shit, figuratively and literally, honestly, this episode was not terrible. Wasn't great, but it was far from terrible. I liked where they went with it. The trap was believable. I honestly think anyone would have fallen for that. You know, it wasn't obvious from the get-go that there was a trap until you actually learned who Jess was. And though I do gotta call BS on him looking at those lyrics and not at least suspecting something was up. I mean, the dark lyrics, okay, fine. He was going for the whole changing thing, but as soon as you start seeing gibberish, you're gonna like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I also would. I wouldn't call this episode bad. I'd call it decent.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. Yeah.
Yeah, technically, if it were me, I would have bolted when she tried to change my clothing style.
Well, they were trying to teach the lesson that while it's okay to change, you should not change. You should change because you legitimately want to, and not because someone is asking you to. I know from experience that never ends well.
Or to get a piece of ass.
Oh, that's that too. Yeah.
Hey, we've all done stupid shit to try and get women, don't we?
We really have. But overall, like, yeah, the action was good. The resolution of the conflict made sense. Hell, we had a monster smart enough to try to remove their way of saving them, even though he didn't do it right and they still fixed it in the end. But at least he didn't just give it to them. They had to work for that shit.
You know, in a sense, and if you're like in the age range, the required age range, you're thinking, oh, balls, that's not good. That's not good. There's some dramatic tension there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and any excuse for Preston to find new magic, although, okay, let's admit, just pulling that, it's like, here, Preston, here's a magic book from the Lion Galaxy. Little far-fetched, a little
Well, hold on. That was the same book he got from what's-her-name last season that Mick brought back. So I actually give him credit. That was legitimately good setup. He recognized the lyrics, realized something was up, and went to go fix and went to solve it. Like, there was some legit problem solving here. Like, oh, wait, these lyrics look familiar. Let me double check my book. Hey, this matches a spell. Oh, crap. We need to stop him. Too late. Need to reverse the spell. Like, there's consistency and there's pacing with this. Where was this the last couple of episodes?
No kidding. I feel like we skipped a few episodes here.
All right.
Yeah. Also, I still love that they snuck in a Mystic Force reference. Charlie Thorne, i.e. Chip. And maybe it's just because I'm a huge Mystic Force fan. I think it's highly underrated and gets too much hate, but that was a nice touch.
Yeah, there was a lot of neat little touches. Like we mentioned earlier, having the name Kinji be one of the lyrics there for the spell. I thought that's the kind of thing where you're like, okay, clever nod. I'll give you that one.
Yeah. Throw nods to the Sentai. Don't be exactly like the Sentai word for word, Zacker. Also, it's been a while since we've had a good brainwashing episode.
Yeah.
Think about it. How long's it been since we've had a good brainwashing episode? The last one I remember was ironically in Mystic Force. It was the one where Vita became a vampire. And she was brainwashed by Necroli.
I remember that, yeah.
You could debate you could debate the brainwashing angle, but she used a DJ to use haunting music to brainwash Vita, so it counts. And besides, I think we can say, thankfully, for once, it wasn't Tommy that was being brainwashed, because a friend of mine at work has counted. How many times has he been brainwashed? Green with evil, brainwashed to fight Jason in an episode.
Yeah.
Was stricken with amnesia. King for a Day in Zeo, brainwashed by Divatox in Turbo. Tommy's prone to brainwashing.
You're weak-minded.
And then you wonder where Lord Drakon came from in the comics.
Exactly. But yeah, good brainwashing episode. We don't get those often enough.
And we don't get good ones often enough either. That's the other thing. Like this was handled with some competency here. You don't see that a lot.
That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I believe there's a gimmick we got to do before we go.
First, we got to give a final rating. For me, final rating on this one, you know what? I'm going to give this a solid thumbs up.
Decent episode. I agree.
Now, it's time. Hit the button, Matty.
Well, don't we have the
Wait.
Oh,
No.
yeah. We got something else we got to do. I forgot about that.
My turn. Time for our stolen yet patented bullet point presentation. Okay, we're gonna do a little something different tonight. This time, Shades is gonna start us off.
Indeed. Yeah, we're going to get this off with point number 1. Rangers are easily brainwashed. From Mighty Morphin to Mystic Force, when all else fails, brainwash your hero. But don't make them hand over their transformation device. Just have her fight the teammates in a blind rage. Which leads into the next point.
Guys will do anything for a date. In the words of the late, great Leonard Nimoy, girl meets boy, they fall in love. She says he's everything he dreamed of, but when they get married, before he's aware, she changes his habits, the way he combs his hair. That was a terrible Nimoy. I'm sorry.
It's hard to do a good Nimoy, let's be fair.
Yeah,
it's difficult.
That was more Shatner than Nimoy. I apologize, but it's hard to get that deep voice of his. Anyway, I find this highly illogical, Captain, especially given that Levi is a celebrity and not just anyone. But last but also least,
Grunts are easier to kill than insects, as demonstrated not since the Z putties have we had disposable foot soldiers been
Pace yourself, man.
Pace myself. I'm more awake this time, if you've noticed. As demonstrated, not since the Z putties have disposable foot soldiers been dispatched so easily. Even a shovel, mighty weapon that it is, dispatched a grunt. Maybe Madame Odious should beef up her army instead of coming up with plans so corny that 80s cartoon villains would find infantile.
You gotta admit, brainwashing is as good as it is a corny villain trope.
Yeah.
All right.
That being said, there's a mention of a button I need to press.
Hit it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed time. Hit the wrong button there. It's time for the emails and comments of the week. You can send them at rangerrecap@gmail.com. Of course, rules are on the screen. Opinions only, no news or full summaries. Token questions only, no more than 2 to 3 questions per comment. No versus questions, 1 email per episode. Keep your comments as brief as possible, and all emails are due at the beginning of the episode on the live gimmick that we do 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And to answer the question that someone asked earlier, the joke I was referencing, the scatological fetish joke. Scat, come on, it's a shit joke, for God's sakes.
Come on.
Yeah.
I was trying to be classy here, trying to make a joke classy enough.
To quote Brian Zane of Wrestling with Regret, Classic.
Yeah. See, folks, I know words too. I'm not just an idiot that speaks into a microphone and stutters every half a minute.
Well, that's debatable.
Mostly.
Mas or menos, more or less.
Also, Shade, shut up.
Oh.
Hey, to be fair, I stumble a lot too. If you guys heard my commentary earlier this afternoon, I stumbled a bit too. So
Anyway, who's kicking us off?
that would be you, sir. You're kicking us off with good old Solar Star.
Solar Star here in Wheel of Morality. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us a lesson the kiddies must learn. And the moral. Let me get the piece of paper so we can actually get the. Come on, cue card. Come on. Don't get that. So there we go. And the moral is, don't be someone you're not. Be yourself. All right. Got to get the paper for these. Hey, moving on. I was trying to make the gimmick work here, guys. Victor and Monty sure went all Looney Tunes here. Victor, you're not going to have much of a future if you keep making an ass out of yourself. So I wonder why he hasn't been booted from the football team yet.
Wait, they have a football team?
I know, right? I hope Levi didn't commit career suicide after that terrible street performance. Hopefully that Grand Ole Opry is more forgiving than Hollywood.
I'd say yes.
Yeah. Generally speaking, I think. This episode gets 3 sheets of music out of 5. That's about on par about our opinions of it, right?
Close to it, yeah.
Yeah, about
maybe.
close to it, yeah.
Oh, maybe we'll be in agreement with the fans for once.
I mean, it's one of the worst episode we've seen. Oh,
yeah. Because to quote Vader, or it's like to you guys are like Vader, so it's like the recap is not as forgiving as we are.
Mm-hmm. Isn't there supposed to be some kind of build-up for Levi to become evil as opposed to some one-off evil spell? Oh, who remembers? What? That was actually written in the thing. Good job. Question. With the way the writing team is now, and the of course of the Nick channel, how do you think they would have handled the shadow line if Tokyuger did get adapted?
I can answer this in one word: poorly.
I was gonna go with the Last Crusade. Poorly.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I actually want to take this opportunity to address the writing staff of Power Rangers. What they need is some fresh blood in there. Now, there's a difference. I want to make this clear. There's a difference between fresh blood and new blood, because the biggest problem that Power Rangers has had, thanks to Saban's unwillingness to allow unions or allow unionized people to work for Power Rangers, is that almost everyone on their staff is so new they don't know the material they're working with here, and that's why it fails. They need someone with experience but with fresh eyes. It's what made Eddie Gazillion such a great choice for RPM, because he was fresh but experienced, and it brought us a new take on Power Rangers we'd never seen before. We need something like that again.
Agreed.
Anyway,
That's it for Solar Star. Next up, Red Rob.
hey, recappers! To extend my explanation from last episode, since your reaction to my result and rating for the first episode of Super Ninja Steel, I was laughing my ass off that my sides are hurting, so you're right, Easy. You guys are hitting my nerves in a good way. Thank you.
All right. Hey, you know, whatever tickles your fancy or fancies your tickle.
He can take it. He dished it out and he can take it.
Yeah. You know what? Zoidberg. Hooray! Recognition!
Exactly. Anyway. Also, I agree with you, Shades, for comedy, because it works. Still, you guys are real interesting people. Not gonna lie. So thanks for understanding. Hey, that's all we have to say. Moving on.
That's what we're here for.
Now, here's my results for Tough Love. Wow. This episode makes Victor and Monty look weird, which I'm okay with weird. Let me finish. I'm okay with weird, not to the point where their punchline isn't funny to begin with.
This episode makes them look weird.
Where you been? Where the flies have you been?
They were weird in episode 1. My guess is it's the clothes changing, which we don't like any more than you do.
No. On the other hand, Odious is a whole lot smarter as the episodes move on, which is awesome. I kind of agree with that. So I'll give this episode an 8 out of 10 Stinky Pete's Minted Boxes.
Okay, then.
Yeah. Oh, but Eddie, you got an easy one next. That's it for Red Robbie. You get Jonathan Johnson with a very easy email.
Yeah, he's kept it short, sweet, to the point. I'll give this episode 4.5 out of 10. Ninja Vanish. And that's it.
That's literally it.
That's it.
Sometimes I wish they were all that simple, but then again, if it was, we wouldn't be able to chat with you nice folks.
Yeah, if we had all of our emails like that, we wouldn't have this segment.
It'd be a very short show.
Yes, it would.
Yup.
Anyway, Matty, so that's it for him. Next up for me is Zeltrax Millennium. Am I early again? Bitch it. This episode was pretty decent, like last time. Let's see about that. Number 1, had to do a double take whenever Spyclops' human disguise name was mentioned because it's just 2 letters away from my name. Yay for the return of shovels as weapons! If only for a little scene. Points.
Hey, let's hope Chip is listening, and we hope we get more, because as Dino Charge has shown, shovels can be a dangerous thing.
Yeah. Points to Odious for using more of her magic. Number 2, speaking of magic, if you look at Preston's magic book carefully, you can actually see some Mystic Force references. Easy, already pointed that out.
Oh, yeah.
The top name is Shrieker, i.e. the monster of the same name from the Dark Wish 3-parter, along with the year Mystic Force aired in 2006. The name of the bottom you might not notice because it was rarely brought up, Charlie Thorne. That's our Keep Loving Yellow Ranger Chip right there. In that same section, they reference Optimus, a.k.a. the Master from Mystic Force as well. How do I know the Master's name? Megaforce's card game. I'm not joking. I even have that card.
They never really gave him a name. They never really, Actually, technically, wasn't he the Master? I thought Omnis from SPD was the Magnificence.
Yeah, no, he said the Master.
Okay, I thought you must have said the Magnificence.
I don't remember doing so, but if I did, I apologize. Moving on.
Well, whatever. The point is, great references. And again, they didn't really give the big bad in Mystic Force a name till then, so you're right, Zeltrax. Kind of screwed up there.
Good find. Number 3. Remember how we loved how Calvin got to use the bitching Geki bazooka shotgun last episode? Should have done it again with Levi, but we can't stave off the Red Ranger for long. It's gonna happen eventually, unfortunately. But at least, again, I at least like the little continuity where he reacted because he didn't get to use it last time. So like, oh, so this is what this is, badass.
If he had pulled a dumb luck and automatically knew how to use it, then we would have called bullshit.
Yeah. Number 4. There goes my theory of evil Levi from the San Diego Comic-Con trailer being used along with Zaram from Tokuger to explain away Superstar Ninja's poncho of doom. Makes better sense to me than overcoming a freaking werewolf scratch. Right, Ninja?
Oh!
Hey, Matty.
See what you did there.
Matty, do you want to go ahead and hit the Roshi button for that, please?
Give me a second. I'm gonna find it.
Ooh.
Must admit, I've been slipping lately in the button presses here. Let me there.
Gonna need a sensu for that one.
There you go.
So would you say, Matty, that we caught you slipping? Can we put us up in a player's box, please?
Sure.
Anyway. Overall, this episode wasn't bad either. I'd give it a straight B-. I'll catch you guys next week. And that's it for Zeltrax. Next up is Range Fan Nathan.
Hey guys, hope you all having a good week. Also, I missed on sending in an email the last show, but I want to explain why my score for the first episode, it wasn't as low as your guys' score. I simply scored the episode on a scale of 1 to 5, being 5 being the great episode and 1 being inhumanly bad, or Inhumans bad. If you have seen Inhumans, you know what I am talking about.
I know of it.
It is, yeah. Anyways, quick thoughts on episode 2. I love the character development between Calvin and Haley. I think episode 2 is way better than episode 1 as far as episode 3. I enjoyed it for the most part. Man, big props for the actor who portrays Levi. He definitely brought his A game when portraying someone who was turned evil. Wish we could have gotten more of that. Overall, I thought the episodes 2 and 3 were much better than 1. Both get a 3.9 out of 5.
Yeah, I think Levi. I think it would have been cool to have an evil gold for a while.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
We haven't had many evil Rangers in a while.
Anyway, questions. Number 1, what do you guys feel is the best part of doing this podcast?
Ooh, I actually like that question.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good thought-provoking question for it. For me, honestly, I think the best part about doing this podcast is talking with you guys and getting to share in our experiences, good or bad. Because try imagining watching this show, especially when you get to the really bad episodes, and not having any way to express that anger or that disappointment and having to contain that. I just don't think it would work out very well. But being able to share it with you guys really helps us appreciate these episodes that much more.
I love just the fact that I get to shoot the shit about one of my favorite childhood shows and just see the evolution of it, you know?
Yeah.
Plus, it's got me to Florida for a lot.
Yeah, I think what it means for me is I haven't wasted 25 years of my life watching a kids show. That there shows that there is a community and a base for this. As someone on Twitter said, it's not just a kids show, it's our memories that makes this so endearing. So yeah, I think we all share that camaraderie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like meeting fans of Joe Bob when I got to see his show, just seeing all those people who were there to see him. I was just like, I love that camaraderie. It makes me feel like I'm not alone in the world, because 99% of the time when I'm not here or I'm offline, I feel like shit. No joke. But here, that all goes away.
Number 2, if you guys had seen Super Sentai first as a kid, do you think you would have been fans of Power Rangers as well?
Honestly, I think so, because a lot of flip that in reverse. The fact that we have seen Power Rangers first as a kid got us interested in Super Sentai. So what would make that go the other? What wouldn't make that go the other way around? Being able to appreciate the Sentai immediately going into Power Rangers probably would have just made us think about it a little bit more. Granted, seeing Super Sentai's more serious nature and then seeing the first season of MMPR probably would have made things more difficult, but it eventually turned itself around, so I think it would have worked out in the end.
Yeah, I think with any form of media, you're going to want to see a different version of it eventually.
Yeah. Why do you think I branch out to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling every once in a while?
Yeah.
Good example of that. So yeah, that's what I think. Number 3, which season finale Power Rangers do you think is most rewatchable?
Ooh, okay. Ooh. I'm gonna throw a curveball out here because a lot of people would probably say Countdown to Destruction, and to be fair, it's definitely up there on my list. But in terms of a standalone finale that reminds me of what Power Rangers is about, End of the Power Rangers from Wild Force. That scene with all of them on the roof, unmorphed, in the pouring rain, facing down Master Org, who's in giant size and standing over them, and showing they're not giving up. That roll call that they do, that epic speech, That is Power Rangers encapsulated in one moment.
I think that has more depth and more volume too, because even in Countdown to Destruction, the Rangers still had their powers. Granted, the Mega Ship was trashed, their Zords were trashed. It looked hopeless too, but again, they had their powers. In the last episode, even I kind of count this as a two-parter, even though it's really not. Seeing them lose their powers in the last episode and seeing all hope being lost, oof. I think that was more painful. I think it works better there when there's literally no hope. I mean, because everything's gone. Zords are gone. Their pace is crashing back to Earth. They have no powers. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I'm gonna go with John. Probably one of the most rewatchable ones. Wild Force, just for that speech.
Yeah,
against all odds, they're going. We're not gonna let you win.
Yep.
Very powerful. That's it for me, fellas. Have a great weekend. See you next time. Next up, it's Keith.
Hey guys, last week I said that there was something I wanted to bring up in terms of how the show is being run by Saban and Nick, giving how they've been running this franchise into the gutter this past decade based on what I have heard and my own assumptions. Number one, the Nick side of things. I am thoroughly convinced that the reason the show has been making awful toilet-based humor and bad writing decisions this decade was because Nick probably had a metaphorical gun to the writer's head saying, make this writing more stupid and juvenile or we're pulling the plug on the show. Hell, when it comes to this company, I'm pretty sure terms like good story writing and character growth are seen as swear words.
You're probably not far off, my friend.
As much as I would love to debate you on that, I honestly don't disagree. I have a feeling Nick has some involvement there. Though, I'm sure with the right team in place, they could get around that and still make a good show. But, the problem is there's only one person with any experience being Chip Lynn. The rest of them are complete newbies, and they're just doing what they're told. So, yeah, I can see that definitely being the case.
I think it's even more evident in Dino Charge, because think about it. In Dino Charge, they really didn't have a comic relief. They had to be their own comic relief. And you can tell, even with, Coda, even when he did toilet humor, like when they were stuck in that crate and he had to let out that fart, I'm just like, that was forced. That was forced humor. You could tell that Chip probably did not want to write it that way, or Becca, for that matter. So, you know what? I think you're right. The humor is being forced in, and forced humor does not work. And another thing, when's the last time Nickelodeon had a serious show? Ever? I mean, the closest I can think of is the stuff on Snick. Animorphs, Are You Afraid of the Dark? And even then, it wasn't that serious.
But then The Sponge came along, and they think every show on their channel should be like that.
Even their live action shows. I mean, they make Full House look like fucking Die Hard, if you've ever had to sit and watch that crap. And believe me, I have, in The Office. Ugh,
you know what's sad? When Disney actually makes better live action sitcoms than Nickelodeon? Because I've seen stuff on Disney like Lab Rats and Mighty Med, which are actually really good.
Hell, give me old reruns of Zack and Cody over the crap on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying, like, if you've ever watched the series Lab Rats, it has its dumb shit, especially the fact that Allison Flanagan, who is the voice of Naruto, I might add, is a character on that show. I'm not even joking. I found that out the hard way. But even with her there, the rest of the show, while it has its comedy, it has its dumb moments, there's legit good storytelling, good writing, and good drama on that show. I legitimately would recommend Lab Rats to anybody if you haven't seen it yet. And Mighty Med, too. Again, goofy at times, but good, had some fun moments. Hell, true story, first episode of Mighty Med has a cameo by Walter Jones. No joke.
Nice.
He's an unnamed character, but you see him, and you don't miss him. I'm like, wait a minute, is that... Searching. Oh my God, it is! Anyway, back on topic. Back to the email. Number 2, the Saban side of things. I've been trying so hard to give Saban the benefit of the doubt that they are trying to make up for the mistakes of the first 4 years of the Neo Saban era. But after watching Shinta reviews looking at Dino Charge seasons and how he has revealed that Saban does not have a good work environment for its actors and writers, and the fact that Jed Lynn has been taking on more duties outside of writing, pretty much showing how Saban has more problems than just being cheap and Mighty Morphin nostalgia.
Yeah, I honestly think Chip is going to get burned out and leave sooner than later. I mean, actually, I would not be surprised if he doesn't come back for the next show.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just too much. And again, he's the only person in that staff with any experience. Everyone else is complete newbies for the most part. And it shows. Yeah. We know Chip can do good stuff. He wrote some of the best series of the franchise. What the fuck happened? Yeah. And actually, that leads me to his question. Speaking of which, that leads us into Keith's questions here. First up, after all the crap Jed Lynn has gone through these past 4 years, do you think he will leave the show for good when this season is done? Well, there's that question answered already.
We just answered that question. Most likely, I'll be amazed if he doesn't. I mean, they're going to have to up his pay or his salary. I mean, yeah, that's the only way you're going to get him to stay. You're going to have to Krusty the Clown him. It's like, I can't help it. They drove a dump truck full of money up to my house. I'm not made of stone.
Anyway, yeah. And question number 2. If Saban were to sell this franchise to another company again, which one would you want to buy it up? Well,
I think we answered that earlier.
Again, yeah, I was going to say, I think we kind of answered that. I mean, I wouldn't say buy it up, but maybe change it over to Hasbro and let them handle it. I suspect in their hands, I mean, it would still not be perfect. It'd have its problems, but I think it would do a lot better over there.
Again, this goes back to the total control thing I brought up earlier. I believe Hasbro would let Power Rangers still work with Toei, unlike Disney, who wanted to just cut Toei out and do the whole thing themselves, which led to them almost dubbing the Sentai, because that's just how much of a how manipulative they are.
Exactly.
House of Mouse isn't all it appears to be.
Yeah, that's the truth. Anyway, that's it for Keith. Next up is Adak Riderman.
So, what's up, guys? This is Zadek back again with my email for this episode. I got to admit, this episode was somewhat decent. Seeing Levi turn heel just by singing a song that was written by a monster that was disgusting herself to be Levi's date. Disguising herself.
It's kind of disgusting when you actually saw its real form. Let's be fair here.
That's what it is. Disguising herself to be Levi's date. And seriously, Levi, when did you do all hipster on? When did you go all hipster on us? Also, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air called. He wants his style back.
Oh God, no. You know when he went all hipster? When he was trying to get laid.
Pretty much.
I reiterate, guys do stupid shit to impress a woman.
Yeah, he did it all for the nookie.
Yep.
And yes, I just made that reference, so sue me.
You ain't wrong.
And then in the end, he told the monster to stick it up his yeah.
Too sweet, me, Matty.
Yeah. Come on, man. Limp Bizkit, one of my favorite bands. Guilty pleasure, right there, folks. Gotta admit, this episode was saved. Anyways, I still like that new cannon for the Megazord cockpit, and that looks so badass. And funny that they don't use the chainsaw anymore for the final attack. You notice that too, huh?
Kind of missed that because I did like that chainsaw thing. And it's funny, they still use the sword in the cockpit. It's just when they go for the final attack, instead of using the chainsaw sword, they just change it out for the shotgun cannon.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm hoping there's an episode where they use both.
Ooh, I actually wouldn't mind that.
Maybe that'll be the Ultrazord's final attack.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep.
Yeah. But I don't want to jinx it because we are way too early in the season. And let's hope that we can get some Ranger cameos. Really, you're holding out hope for that?
Did we? Yeah, we did that in Naked Force. Remember how that turned out?
That ship has sailed, my friend. And yeah, again, like he brought it up, it's probably not going to be what. To quote Luke from Last Jedi, this is not going to go the way you think it is.
Hey, but if we do get, maybe we'll get some good ones this time, but I wouldn't hold my breath.
Probably the ones that appeared in the Sentai because they can just reuse the footage. But then again, I would say Saban's not that lazy, but I'd be lying.
True, but then again, considering who was in the Sentai, that leaves us with 3 people. First of all, you have to get Pua Magasiva, which, I'm going to be honest, he doesn't seem to really care about Power Rangers. I'd be amazed if they brought him back. Second, you have to get...
he's doing a big show. He's on a big show in New Zealand right now, actually.
Yeah, so that's probably not going to happen. Second up, you got someone to play Orko, because the second cameo was an Alien Ranger. I don't know how they're going to make that work.
Judd, I hope you know someone with the Equation makeup.
The only one I can see possibly working out is getting back Chip to do Mystic Force level yellow. That might work. I could see that working out. Otherwise, I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Final analysis 7.5 power stars out of 10. So I see you guys next time later. Ninja Vanish. Next up, Die Hard.
Hey there, everybody. Die Hard here once again. And wait a minute.
I love that subject. I love that subject line.
Yes.
Just say it.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Is that a shovel I saw in this episode? It is!
It is!
Yeah, his subject line, finally, the shovel has come back to Power Rangers.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that Chip heard about how heard the fandom with the shovels and decided to sneak that in.
Oh, you know that was a nod.
If I bump into him again at Morphicon, I didn't get to talk to him last time because it was the Saban panel. But if I ever got the chance to talk to him, yeah, right, I would ask him that.
Anyway, if we had more chances where either the civilians or the Rangers themselves used shovels and had more fights, you wouldn't get any complaints from me. Also, thank Zordon that we didn't have another fashion show on our hands in this episode like we did with Orion's debut in Super Mega Force. He's not wrong.
Why'd you have to remind me of that?
Die Hard, I should dave you for that.
No, Matty, no, Joe Bob.
Joe Bob.
Joe Bob, for sure. Give me a second. If I can find it, there we go.
I'm going to pretend you did not say that.
Thank you. Anyway, and we also learned that not all changes that happen to us are good changes. Preston? Oh, he's Matty?
I'm set. I'm set.
Preston, I hate to do this to you, but...
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Wait, why is Preston stupid? He was the first one to realize something was up and verified it. Care to explain?
Elaborate, please.
Yeah, because honestly, Levi was stupid for not catching on that those lyrics seemed a little off, but Preston saw the sheet, realized those lyrics looked familiar, checked his book and said, oh, yeah, this is problem.
Yeah, I need clarification on that, because
I get the feeling Die Hard meant that wrong, said that wrong.
A little bit, maybe?
Yeah. But he does like the premise for this episode. My only negative is Victor and Monty. I know that they're supposed to be comedy relief of the show, but they just aren't interesting and drag the show down, in my opinion. I think we all agree with you there.
Again, they're forced in. There's nothing we can do about it.
Okay, he says that the reason why Preston gets a stupid button is because he gave the Monster of the Week the idea to shred the paper into pieces.
Okay. Bit of a reach, but I'm gonna give that one to you.
Yeah, all right. I don't entirely agree with that, but you get a pass. Anyway,
You gotta pass.
I give this episode 3 good-looking ladies defeating Basher bots with the shovels out of 5. Anyway, did you know that Hikari Sentai Maskman was the first entry in the Super Sentai series to step away from science fiction, which had been a driving factor for all Sentai since Denji Sentai Denjiman?
Yep, they were tired of using space aliens and decided to use an underground force called Tube. Catchy name, don't you think?
Well, I think what he meant was that this was the first Ranger team, first Sentai team to use more mystical elements as opposed to the more science-based teams that have been going on since Denjimon.
That's what I mean. They're stepping away less and less or further away from military and going different routes.
Anyway.
But yeah.
And also, did you know that Go Ranger was aired in Hawaii on Honolulu's Kiku channel with English subtitles from 1975 throughout 1976, and that the actors made personal appearances to promote the series?
Why didn't they show it in the lower 48? Jeez.
Oh, when it gets better. Actually, he actually has an answer to that. Go Ranger was also aired in California on Sacramento's KMUV TV in 1976.
That I do know about. I mean, all the states, not just,
Yeah. And in Sacramento's Chemo TV in 1977. And did you know that Battle Fever J was the very first Sentai team to have lips sculpted onto the heroes' helmets, and that Battle Fever J is officially designated as Earth 79203 in the Marvel multiverse?
Yep. I've seen the drawings. Yep. I believe that or Sun Vulcan was the one where they started working with Marvel, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so.
And Stan Lee was actually trying to get Sentai over here before Haim, I believe. But yes, Hawaii has gotten a lot of Toku help. They're the ones behind they've gotten Kikaider also, and they're also, I believe, responsible for the Generation Kikaider DVDs, which are hella expensive, but I would love to own.
There you go. Anyway, that's it for Die Hard. Next up is LPH.
LPH starts us off. Hey guys, so let me make this fast because I'm going to see Black Panther tonight. He actually said in the chat that he did go see it, so yay. This episode is more love BS and the monster is meh, and this says meh ep, and that's all. Q&A time. Who is the best African American Power Ranger? Because Black History Month. That's actually not. I like the question.
That's a good question.
The best or favorite?
He says the best.
He says the best.
Ooh. TJ, I love you. Jack, also you're also good, but mine has to go with the one who really made me believe that there was room for more than just white guys to be Red Rangers, that really sold me on a great Black Red Ranger, Scott from RPM.
Agreed.
I think he's the one that clinched it for me.
That was who I was going to say too. Yeah, Scott Truman. Definitely.
Yeah, Scott, I think, he was just really good in that show. And, yeah, I wish Echo Darville would come to more cons.
Though I do agree with DL Bot, Ethan from Dino Thunder was also really good.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh,
Agreed.
definitely. And that it is, and that's it. And can you guys say happy birthday to me? That's all I have to say. See you next time.
Oh wait, when's your birthday? Okay, hold on. LPH, when's your birthday?
Yeah.
Because if it's today or coming up very soon, I may have to pull my soundboard out.
I believe we have a button for that.
Exactly. 17, 2 days? Okay, fuck it. I'm getting the soundboard.
That's close enough. Meanwhile, next up will be our good buddy, the Hairball.
Yep. All right, but before we do to that, I need to hit this. Oh, wait, hold that thought. That does not work.
No, we
because
heard it. We heard it.
You heard it. They didn't.
Oops.
Oh.
That makes sense.
What's your plan, by the way?
Huh? Oh, Dead Rising 4.
Ah. All right.
Actually, it's the Capcom Heroes. Currently, I got Frank equipped as Dante.
Hey, there you go. All right, let's try this again.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. おめでとう。素晴らしい。
素晴らしい!
Happy birthday.
Definitely. Happy birthday to you, my friend. All right, now we can move on to the hairball. Return of the shovel fight. Yay! The woman being the monster? So obvious. Can we get rid of Victor and Monty?
Please.
Nope. Not as long as Nickelodeon's pulling the strings.
Hey. Oh!
Oh.
Hairball! You savage!
Uh-oh. What
Question.
did you do?
His question. Would it be fair to say KR36 is to DL Bot what Brock Lesnar was to Taker's streak?
Oh!
You best damn well believe I'm hitting the Moroshi button on this.
Gonna need a sensu for that one.
Ow!
Oh,
The hell, dude!
that is so savage that even Champ from Q Ranger went, damn.
Yes, sir. I went, damn, that is savage even for me. Yes, sir. That's one time.
Please tell me,
Yeah.
Maddie, please tell me you had your Champ plushie when you said that.
It's sitting on my desk. I'm not kidding. It's like right there.
Because every time you do the Savage voice, I can just imagine you holding up the Champ plushie.
I am not, but I am looking at it.
Okay.
Funny enough, I've got my Leo plushie in my hand.
Aw.
Aw,
Still have it. Yep.
I got Garu sitting around here somewhere.
Oh, DL Bot in the chat. Brother Ball, I'll give you a 10-second head start.
Oh,
Good luck with that, brah. Good
DL
luck
Bot,
with
I'm
that,
gonna
brah.
tell you right now, have fun with that, because he is the guy that can take several SPOD shots and not only still stand, but he ends up breaking the damn book.
Yes,
Yeah.
taking the book and lived.
So yeah, good luck. You need it.
You'll need it. Booked out.
yep.
Anyway, that is it for the hairball. Next up, we got Senshi X reviews, starting off on a bit of a somber note.
Yeah, I'm not going to read the paragraph, but he does send his prayers to those with the mass shooting in
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, as a fellow Floridian, I appreciate. As a Floridian myself,
tragedy.
I appreciate that.
It is stupid. It is tragedy. It is stupid, and that's all I'm going to say on that matter. And
Love to all our friends on the East
Of
Coast. Just when we go to Ranger Stop,
Parkland,
they're
right?
so nice.
Yeah. Also, you want to laugh? Lady
yeah.
K's was actually able to hear me in the bedroom, and she just messaged me on Facebook. Fucking hell! I felt that burn all the way in here.
Oh. Let me guess. She's doing her Miss Sora thing right now.
She's laying on the bed on her laptop right now.
Fair enough. Close enough.
chilling.
Anyway,
Chilling.
back to the email.
On to the episode. Well, this one wasn't terrible. It was kind of average filler mostly, or honestly. Levi is one of my favorite Rangers on the team, so it's nice to see him get the spotlight in this episode. A clear underlying theme is that it is Don't be someone you're not to get attention from others. It's been done before, and it's pretty timeless, and I think it's important for everyone to remember. The thing that I didn't really get, though, was that they kind of suggest that change is a bad thing. When Levi gives and the others Rangers the spice of life quote or whatever, they act as if it's the dumbest thing they've heard. But it's important. You should at least open yourself to new experiences.
Well, here's the thing. I do agree with that, and I think the part of me thinks the episode wasn't trying to be that way. Yeah, you should open up to new experiences, but those experiences should not make you change who you are all the way. It should be, if you want to change because you want to do it for yourself and make yourself better. Don't just change for the sake of change. And that was the problem. He was changing just for the sake of change so he can get with a girl. That is not a good way to change, and that is the dumbest thing you can do. So in a way, this episode was right, but I can see where you're coming from there.
I think they were trying to say, I think you're doing all this for a chick, and that's... Yeah, let's just say that's retarded. That's stupid. I mean, I'm not going to change myself for someone. I mean, I think that was the point. It's like that, or they know that Levi is better than that, and he's just being duped. I think that's what they were going for, not that he's dumb for trying new things. Just this thing like, come on, dude, you're better than that.
There's definitely a messy conflict there, and it doesn't feel right. Also, they hyped up evil Levi in the trailer. This was incredibly minor, and I got nothing significant out of it. I'm calling Saban out on that. Also, Nimpo Kenji. Hey, did you know Power Rangers is adapted from a Japanese show called Super Sentai? Really?
No!
Really? Me neither. Pretty fucking obscure, isn't it?
To be fair, the only reason we do say that is because of us being Toku fans. We get that reference. I guarantee you, any casual non-Sentai fan did not even blink an eye at that. Didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Or if they're like us, or if they're not like us, or if they know the Sentai exists and still loves Power Rangers regardless, they just didn't care.
Yeah, that's one of those things that unless you're a hardcore Sentai fan like we are, that's going right over your head. But he didn't do that for them. He did that for us. His way of saying, like, that's Chip's way of saying, yeah, we know.
That is a long block of text that is next, man.
Yeah, actually, man. Let me check something here. Because I need to verify something with this. Oh! Matty, do me a favor.
It's been a while. It needs to be dusted off.
You know what I'm going to tell you to do.
I know. I'm hitting the button myself.
You broke the rules. Now I pull out your pubic hair.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the rule is, Senshi, I know you're rather new here, so you don't get this, but rule number 6 on screen here. Keep comments as brief as possible. We roughly, you don't have to be exact, but we ask you to keep it roughly around 350 words or less because we get a lot of emails in, and quite frankly, we just don't have the time to read them all. Your word count, according to my thing, 537.
Yikes! What are you writing, a book?
So yeah, you're lucky we read as much as we did. The rest of it is getting skipped.
All right, buddy. Gotta learn the rules the hard way.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. But I think it was fair to at least read that little chunk there. That's a good. There's some good points in there. Next up, the L bot.
Lives remaining 98.
Oh.
Though, to be fair, to the bird he took earlier, I think we can take one of those lives off the counter.
Yeah, 98. Like, took a few of those birds. You're down to 95.
Yeah. You died of shame there, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, hey, gang, I'm back again. But I'm afraid I've got some bad news. No riddles this week. But I will give you, at the very least, a keyword puzzle! Anywho. Alright, so let me get this copied and copied over to the chat so everyone gets a chance at this.
And the timer is ready on my end as well.
And for some reason, my YouTube wanted me to sign in for my own very own chat room. What the fuck?
Boy, you could tell we're looking forward to going back to going to Twitch full time now, huh?
Ah, no kidding.
Yeah, even YouTube's going, no, go, we don't need you. 2 weeks later. Daddy! My key don't fit the door anymore. I have laundry.
Props to anyone who gets that, because I sure as hell do, and that's why I'm laughing my ass off.
and here's us. Laundry. Here's some soap. Find a rock in a river. Slam.
Anyway.
Yeah, we'll be on Twitch right across from Kenny Omega playing Neo Geo golf games. Yay!
Yay!
By the way, that game looked like fun. I want to play it.
I know, right?
All right. Let's get to our keyword puzzle.
All right.
Keyword: addiction, memory, case.
Oh, I didn't even need to hit the button there. Nice. And we had good timing, too. And Brother Ball, yes, sir. Savage. That's what it was. Yeah.
Thank you, champ.
And I see right away people are naming some dopants. That word memory is throwing you off.
You rubes.
Ooh, yeah.
Again, addiction, memory, case.
It's still a clever one, though.
It is a good one. And if you think about it, you could figure it out. As someone who knows this particular series, it does make sense.
Anyone? Bueller?
You guys went the obvious route and chose poorly.
Yeah, when it comes to this, when it comes to you guys not getting this correctly, I have one question for you folks. What the Fies? The Delta Belt from Kamen Rider Fies.
Here's a surprise for you. Memories don't mean just Kamen Rider Double or W, because you know what they call the little things they put into their phones and weapons? Mission memories. So you know, it works.
Yeah.
See, yeah. And I'm not arguing it either.
Nope. This one's not on DL, but those hints were legit.
You folks take your salt, take your losses and go home. Tail between legs. Even the writer agrees with the riddle.
Yeah. The kicker should have been the word addiction, because how the Delta Belt works is it causes you to become addicted to it.
Yep.
I haven't even watched Fives, but I've seen both Easy's and Deshinta's reviews of it. Trust me, I know.
And thus the riddle god returns triumphant.
Oh, God. Don't inflate the man's ego any more than it's already going to be. Trust me.
I just
Here
read the
we
thing
go.
he typed.
Okay,
Here
fine.
we
Dale
go.
Butt still.
Oh boy, here we go.
You know, if you show up at Morphicon, you're gonna expect to be called Flip Gordon,
Or Ranger Stop, or Ranger Stop, which is something more
Ranger
likely.
Stop, whichever comes first, of course.
All right, and Fireball's arguing, well, the same thing from the Gaia memory is true. Okay, to be fair, looking at these keywords and thinking about double, I can see how you might have gotten that confused. Because you can get addicted to Gaia memories. That's how they work. The word memory, obviously. And let's be fair, they were sold in a briefcase.
Yeah, DL, those were. I'm gonna have to call you out on that one, buddy. Those were misleading.
To be fair, though, what else would he have come up with that wouldn't have completely given it away?
Symbol.
Triangle.
Yes.
That might have worked. Triangle.
Yeah,
Phone.
triangle
Voice.
would probably have worked. Yeah.
Phone. Voice. Device.
Yeah. No, we're not saying, yeah, we're trying to give you an idea of like where you can go to make it simple enough that people could get it, but yet challenging enough that it's not so fucking obvious.
Hey, good effort. Have some steak.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not taking
we
it back. We're not discrediting you.
No, we
We're
want
just,
these to
you
be
know,
challenging because we don't want these guys to get it immediately, but we want to make sure that it's fair. So that's all we're doing, dude.
And he's going, that's the point. But you gotta make it. This is the thing. You gotta make it tough enough that it's a brain scratcher, but easy enough that people can actually get it.
Yeah, don't make it too vague.
Exactly. Oh,
Anyway,
and now he's the one. Now, Matty, you might want to get your Roshi button ready again because now he's taking pot shots. Because he goes,
yeah, but there's a shaking hands button in there though.
well, he gets to that, but that's kind of that's the reason why we need the Roshi button as well as that button. Because listen to this. Now then, Mr. Ryder, since you took a jab at me last week with your shake hands with danger joke, then I'll take a jab at you this week.
Give me your best shot. Give me your best shot, Mabel.
Now
Oh.
then, if you're running behind on your video editing and uploading Witwats, you're shaking hands with danger.
I need a sensu for that one.
You deal with YouTube's copyright bullshit and see how many videos you can upload. The reason I stopped making them is because I tried using just my voice and stills, and guess what? YouTube still marked them and copyright them, so no money for me. So you know what? That's why I'm done with YouTube.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll bring Witwat back on Vimeo, or if VidMe ever opens their doors again, God willing. But yeah, as far as YouTube, don't expect me to post anything there unless it's updates or something. Or that video I did for Joe Bob. But other than that, yeah, I'm done with YouTube.
Or maybe another Witwat from with the two of us at Morphicon, maybe.
Oh yeah, con videos
Yeah.
are also possible. But anything else, review-wise, no, forget it.
Yeah. Anyway, Matty, hit the button one more time. Let's wrap this up.
Yep. Those are your emails and comments of the week. You can send them at rangerrecap@gmail.com. Rules are on the screen. Sean, take us home, will you?
We'll be glad to, my friend. Remember the rules on screen. Opinions only. No news or full summaries. Toku questions only. No more than 2 to 3 questions per comment. No versus questions. 1 email per episode. Keep comments as brief as possible. 350 words or less.
GX reviews.
Sorry, dude. Gotta stick it in there. Gotta make sure you get it.
Gotta roast you.
Indeed. And remember that all emails are due by the start of the live episode, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In the meantime, that's going to do it for us here tonight on Ranger Recap. Let's talk about what's happening the rest of this week here on RVTV. Tomorrow night, it's the WrestleCast. Join Matty here along with TWK as I talk about the wrestling news of the week. And, of course, your emails and comments as well, so be sure to join them for that Friday at 10. Saturday, we've got a double whammy for you with The Helmsman with Tony Helms and the Gangs at 5 p.m. and the Rising Sun Podcast, the official anime podcast of RVT at 8 p.m. So don't miss out on that. Sunday, Toku Live. And while we're here, Easy, I got a proposition for you. This Sunday, since we know what's coming the Sunday afterwards, I think this Sunday we need to do a different marathon to kind of prepare.
What's happening next Sunday?
What do you think?
The big one. The shit stopper.
The what? Oh, what? You still lost me.
Finale-thon.
Oh, that. Okay. Yeah. What'd you have in mind? Build?
Yep. 5 episodes of Build and 1 episode of Q Ranger to prepare for next week.
Fine by me. I mean, some interesting stuff's coming up in Build, so I'm all for that.
Yeah. So I say, yeah, we'll do that. That also means we'll be starting at 6 next Sunday. This Sunday. Actually, the next 2 Sundays.
Fine by me. I get my Sundays off anyway.
There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. This Sunday we'll be starting at 6 p.m. with a 5-episode Build marathon plus 1 episode of Q Ranger. In fact, I think we'll start with that just to get the shit out of the way.
Oh, come on. Last episode wasn't that bad.
That was that episode. The series ain't over yet.
Fair enough.
So join us for that Sunday at 6. Monday, it's the Shades Plays. Join me over on my channels. We continue our playthrough of the Illusion of Gaia as we enter the Egyptian pyramid and a few more secrets left to uncover. So don't miss out on that Monday at 8. Tuesday, we've got Rift Down with TWK and the crew at 8 p.m. Eastern. And since I need to remember to put this on here, Let's Play with Lady K as well, continuing her playthrough of Breath of the Wild, starting usually at 9. So don't miss out on that as well. Wednesday, it's Monk Minis. Join me and Matty along with Lady K, Mike Shell, Biohybrid, and DM Mildred the Monk for more tabletop RPG action happening Wednesday at 9. And then, of course, get back here next Thursday for the next edition of the Ranger Recap as we watch the next episode of Super Ninja Steel. And, of course, your emails and comments as well. Join us for all that action next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on RVTV.
And, of course, whatever news is left.
Oh, we've still got plenty of time. Don't worry. The news never ends. Nonetheless, if you guys are also watching this on YouTube, make sure you follow us over on our Twitch channel since we're making the transition. Remember, folks, at the end of March, YouTube is done. We will no longer be doing live streams on YouTube, so make sure you don't miss out on that and follow us over here on Twitch. And if you can, subscribe so that you can get access to our exclusive Twitch emotes and our VIP Discord channels. Probably sometime this weekend we'll be doing some live chats with you guys for the VIP, so make sure you guys don't miss out on that. In the meantime, Easy, do you have any jokes for us? Cowboy jokes, maybe?
Nope, clothing jokes, actually.
Oh, even better. Take us home, brother.
Ooh, all right.
All right, well, that's going to do it for the Ranger Recap this week. We will be back next week for a new episode. Hopefully it'll be as decent as this one, if not better.
Amen.
But anyway, until then, I'm Easy Rider reminding you that yoga pants are basically the push-up bras of asses.
Oh.
You know I'm right.
Yeah.
Actually, instead of jokes, I got some pickup lines. Do you hear about the one where the guy said, did you get those pants on sale? And she asked, why? And the guy says, because at my house, they would be 100% off. Guy goes up to a girl and asks, I'd like to be your math tutor for the night. She asks, why? Add a bed, subtract your clothes, divide your legs, and multiply. Why did the lady who go to church wear all black?
Why?
Why?
Because her fashion sense is second to none.
Wow.
Damn it.
Speaking of clothing, I've already made this joke on a previous recap, but I'm going to tell it again because it goes off that joke. Did you guys hear the one about the guy who got stone cold drunk at a bar one night? He got wasted, hammered off his ass, and he was staggering home. He sees this figure clad in black. It's a nun. He started beating the shit out of this nun, beating her up, throwing her against the wall, kicking her when she's down, leans down to her when he's done beating her to a pulp and says, not so tough tonight, are you, Batman? I'm Easy Rider reminding you that the fan sub will never die. We are your Ranger Recappers. We will see you next week for a new episode. And as always, help control the Ranger population. Steal your ninjas as soon as possible. Yeah, I'm not doing the super thing anymore. That was a one-shot deal.
Thank you.
Shot deal. And as always, may the power protect you. We'll see you next time.
Special thanks to Eric Vaughn and Cure You Crimson for their Patreon donations. Donate today so you can keep these streams going. Also, thanks to Easy's patrons, including Chris Lee, Chris Frolls, Michael Antignano, Stephen Harris, Galen Hanna, Alonzo Tompkins, Anthony Guidman, Matthew Goling Long, Dino, and super shout out to Eric Vaughn and Shane Thompson for their support.
You're not from Planet Cayenne.
I'm not from Planet Cayenne. My name is Eddie. My name is Eddie Banks, the 25th, and I'm part of the team. But we're not from Planet Cayenne. Well, actually, Mark's from Planet Cayenne, but he's a different person. But we still treat him like an actual person, and we're all working together as a team. We're actually for the future. We're living in 2017. We all work together. We came back here because we heard there's this terminology going on, and there's this beast, and he's coming on, and he's trying to get all the people and different villains from different places. And somebody's trying to join them, and some other ones they're trying to make it go away. And then we're all working together, and Jack's really stern, but he really has a good heart, and we like working with him. And Chloe's really fun, and she looks like the reels, but she's actually a really good team player. And Mark's a really good leader. Sometimes he runs her head a little bit fast, but sometimes we get to work with him. And Vesper, oh my God, Vesper, she's so cute. She's always working together, and she has these funny things. She gets this weird voice, but it's all kind of whoa. And then it's really cool. But we kind of have this thing going on where it's like we're kind of friends, but then I kind of like more as a friend. She kind of like me more as a friend. But then Joe comes along. Oh, I'm sorry, you know it's Maxwell. Maxwell comes along, and she thinks he's hot. And I don't know if that's a threat to me or not. It's really weird. But anyway, we're from the future, and we're trying to figure out how to fix the past because we want to make sure that all the Power Rangers of all existence are around for the rest of eternity.
You know, if he weren't doing it, I would.